Hello, I am officially 30 years old and I want to recap this in a vlog. I asked ChatGPT to give me questions to answer. Even I have not seen them. If you're new here, my name is Wakush. I do content around travel and life unfolding. This chapter is life unfolding. Let's see how it goes. So, chat started by saying, Jane, if I was watching a turning 30 vlog from you, I wouldn't want a generic life coach speech. I'd want the real, funny, self-aware, slightly chaotic Jane version. Clearly, I've been talking to ChatGPT, so it kind of has my history. The first category is looking back at your 20s. What did 20-year-old Jane think 30-year-old Jane will be doing? I had not thought that far actually. The way I live my life, it's day by day, week by week, month by month. If at all I have any plan about my future, it will stretch up to a year. Past a year, I have no idea what will be happening. I don't plan that far. So I didn't have anything in mind. Which version of yourself from your 20s will you be most shocked by who you've become? Huh. How defiant I have become. Ah. I don't. Okay, see, I don't think. I obviously had not envisioned myself becoming a person who doesn't go to church, a person who doesn't claim to be a Christian, a person who will end up quitting their job, will end up ditching a career that they have actually gone to university to study for. It's how defiant I have become, how I am not keen on following the societal norms. I want to carve a path for myself, to live a life that feels like my life. What's the most ridiculous thing you stressed about in your 20s? Hmm. I'll say love. Yeah. I think I have decentered romantic love in my life. It's funny that I let boys stress me that much in my 20s. But I will say it's because I didn't know what I wanted. So I thought just because you like someone, you're supposed to tolerate them. What heartbreak taught you the most? Huh. What heartbreak taught you the most? Heartbreak. I will say my first situationship ever. Hey, Nairobi mnafanya mambo mingi. I had not been in a situationship. I don't think I had even internalized the concept of situationship. So like liking someone that much and then realizing they don't even like you half as much, like they're just in it for convenience and fun. Yo, yeah, it taught me to see people beyond me liking them, because when you like someone you kind of place them on a pedestal and you abandon yourself. So learning to come back to myself, to love myself, to be with myself, and to not center people. What was your biggest plot twist of your 20s? Huh. Deciding to be child free. It's not something that I had thought about in my younger 20s, but when it clicked, it did. And deciding to the extent of actually tying my tubes, like permanently child free, that was a plot twist. What did you survive that you never thought you'd get through? What did I survive that I never thought I'd get through? Probably my first. No, that wasn't my first heartbreak. Like the ending of my first long-term relationship. That took a while to end because I'm the one who ended it. I remember telling myself, if I get over this one, then I can get over every other heartbreak that comes along my way, because that was such a deep connection. But then it wasn't working out and I wanted out. What's something you wish you learned sooner? Loving myself, like having myself to always come back to no matter what. If you don't love yourself and if you're not a safe place for yourself, you tolerate unnecessary nonsense in life. Haya, the funny round. What is the most Jane thing you've done this year? My battery is below 20, but we'll do this quick. What is the most Jane thing you've done this year? The thing that I have done this year, I wouldn't say it's a Jane thing, but even that surprised me. It was definitely the South Africa trip. Hey! To be delulu enough to think that I can do that. I'm glad I did it. I'm still recovering. No, I don't think I'll recover like in the near future. Ilikuwa tu an experience that was totally worth it. Maybe that was this new era Jane thing to do, but the former Jane could never. Yeah, it was a new era Jane thing. Which of your crushes deserves an honorary mention in your 20s recap? Hey, which of your crushes? All I will say is I had a crush on someone and it turned out to be mutual, and that was exciting. That's all I will say. What advice will you absolutely not take from your younger self? To be an understanding girlfriend. Why? Why? I'd rather just be by myself rather than be in a committed thing with someone that is not giving me everything that I want. What is one thing you've become embarrassingly good at? Giving up. I'm just ready to let things go that are not working for me. Like the physical letting go can be easy, but there'll be an emotional process to it, which I think I'm always willing to go through as long as I'm not dealing with something that is not working in my life. What's one thing you're still pretending to know how to do? What's one thing? Right now, I'm at a weird place with business. I feel like what I know is not adequate, but I've also not gotten to the point of learning what I need to learn. So it's like I'm pretending I know what I am doing, because if I intend to continue doing business, then it doesn't make sense to stop so that I can learn what I need to learn. Like, I just need to keep going and add on to that. The growth questions. What boundary took you the longest to learn? Boundary. Hmm. Peace? Is it peace? Yeah, peace and trusting my intuition. As soon as something is affecting my peace, I let it go. But that is something that I will say I have mastered only recently. What's something you no longer tolerate? Men, I think I am in my men hating era. Unless you prove me wrong as a man, I'll just think you are like the rest of them. What kind of people are you making room for in your 30s? People who align with me, like their energy mostly. I just need to feel comfortable and at peace around you, not defensive, not like I am being attacked, not like I am being disrespected. And you need to feel like someone who we can work through issues without it becoming a fight. What does peace look like to you now? Calmness, conversations, working through things, having difficult conversations, not feeling attacked, not feeling misunderstood. Or if you're going to misunderstand me, at least act like you want to understand me when I'm talking. Don't just listen so that you can answer. What does success look like now compared to when you were 22? Success right now looks like peace, like living, enjoying life, enjoying all the experiences that life has to offer that make sense to me. It's beyond money now. It's enjoying life such that if today is my last day, it will be a life well lived. The Crush and Love edition. Actually, chat says, because let's be honest, your audience will eat this up. Let's see. What has dating taught you about yourself? That I am selfish, and it's okay to be selfish. I want what I want. If I pretend that what I want is not important, most likely it won't work out. I will end up resenting you, so there is no need to even start in the first place. What's the biggest lesson your love life taught you in your 20s? That I am a lover girl, but most importantly, I enjoy emotional connections more than anything else. I want someone who we can talk with, who we can work through things with, someone who gets me, someone who wants to know me. Yeah, I value emotional connection. What's something you used to think you needed in a partner but don't anymore? Huh. What's something you used to think you needed in a partner but don't need anymore? It's not money. Like sawa, emotional connection is beside the money. Money is important. Emotional connection is important. This is me wondering what's that thing. And the person needs to be hot pia. And I have a call. Hii swali mi sidhani niko najibu sahi. It feels like I still want the things that I thought I wanted. Sina jibu ya maana. Have you ever mistaken chemistry for compatibility? Every damn time. Like chemistry for me can be so blinding, especially in the first 2-3 months, but it never goes beyond 3 months. That thing wears off so fast. After the third month, it's so clear that sawa, me and this person are vibing, but there are these things that clearly it won't work out. What does emotional availability mean to you now? It means someone with whom I can express my feelings and I can also get feedback, whether it's mutual, it's not mutual, someone who we can have honest conversations with. Another call. So mtu hafeel ni kama ananiringia. Unajua kuna vile unaweza ji-express and then someone gives feedback as if unamsumbua, like tell me what you're thinking, where your mind is at, where your heart is at, what is holding you back. Let's have an honest conversation about it. What's one romantic lesson you're taking into your 30s? To honor my needs. To not be an understanding person for someone that I know is not offering me what I really want. Hi, the adventure Jane questions. What's the best adventure you've had in your 20s? Definitely Cape Town. Cape Town. That was an incredible experience. What's something you did alone that changed your confidence? Right now, I'm on a solo staycation in Nakuru. Like, nimekuja peke yangu. Nilikuja na matatu. And I'm enjoying. It's my first solo staycation ever and it's super fun. But I think pia the travels with other people, they make you realize that traveling is something that you can do alone with people. Like it's something that is doable. What's one place that healed a part of you? Healed. I don't know about healing, but I will say Cape Town was exposure therapy. Space ilijaa, nimehave kudelete vitu to create space. The question was, what's one place that healed a part of you? Yeah, I was saying Cape Town. Being among affluent people, living like them for that 1 week that we were there, you see there's more to life than being on survival mode. That was exposure therapy for me. I think kuna kitu people rarely talk about na ni growing up in a poor background where you're not exposed to most things, it becomes quite difficult believing that you can be one to afford such things. What's something you want to experience before turning 40? Maybe a solo international trip? I don't know. I'm open to all the experiences that make sense to me. Why are you choosing a solo birthday staycation? Because I've always wanted to do a solo trip, and I think like a nearby place in your country is a good place to start. Plus, this is exactly what I was imagining it to be like, just be alone in nature without anything to do, spend a whole day by yourself. If there are people to meet, you meet them. If there are not people to meet, you just fine. I think the next chapter that I want to unlock for myself is to be truly comfortable by myself, to truly enjoy my alone time without constantly needing stimulation. The deep ones. What are you most proud of that nobody sees? Hmm. Hmm. I will say freeing myself from the societal expectations, not having the need to get married, the need to get kids, the need to make so much money so that you can be seen to live in a certain way. I just want to explore the things that make sense to me, enjoy them, and enjoy life based on where I am at. In whatever financial situation I am in, I'm sure there are things that I can enjoy, and I just want to enjoy those things without giving myself all the pressure. What loneliness have you overcome? What loneliness have I overcome? This question, inafeel kama uchokozi, like all the things that I tell chat, alafu sasa ananiuliza swali kama hii ndo nijianike. I think the way I say that what I value in maybe a romantic connection is the emotional connection. When I am not experiencing an emotional connection with someone, na feeling a bit disoriented. I enjoy emotional connection so much. Have I overcome it? I don't know. What part of yourself are you finally making peace with? Hii sijui ni part gani. I feel like I'm in the middle of a crisis, so maybe when this feeling settles nitajua what it is about. What are you grateful happened even though it hurt? Hmm. What are you grateful happened even though it hurt? Okay, right this moment I will say kuna beshte yangu alini cut off. That was brutal, but sasa pia kama mtu hataki kuwa beshte yako utadu. So you're grateful that alijiondoa yeye mwenyewe, but it's not without the heart. What does turning 30 feel like emotionally? It feels like a chance to enjoy my newly found freedom. I'm glad nilipata in my 20s and I can live my 30s and the rest of my life freely. What do you hope 40-year-old Jane says about this version of you? Huh. I think she'll be proud that I have learned to love myself, to have a safe space to always come back to in myself. My favorite question for your vlog: if you could sit down with every version of myself, or if I could sit down with every version of myself from my 20s, what would I thank each one for? Because you've had so many versions. Market Jane ni mgani sasa? Okay, like let me just assign meaning to it. Tuseme ile time nilikuwa naenda kuvend games kwa events as a vendor. What will I thank her for? For putting myself out there. Being a vendor is brutal because at the end of the day, on most days, you break even ama unakula tu L, like you end up making losses. Heartbroken Jane, for collecting myself, picking myself up, coming back to myself, loving myself back to healing. Travel Jane, for exploring, discovering new places, meeting new people, unlocking new levels within myself. Lonely Jane, for overcoming the sadness, knowing that there is love beyond romantic connections. There is life to be enjoyed outside of romance. Vlogger Jane, for putting myself out there, for recording my memories, for having a file of memories that I can always go back to, for connecting with new people. Solo Adventure Jane, for discovering new places by myself, enjoying my own company. Aya, chat says, and every one of them got you here. They really did. And I think this question will make for a beautiful ending. At 30, I am no longer waiting to be chosen. I am choosing myself. I am creating the life that I want for myself. The ending is because if there's one theme I've seen in your diary this year, it's that you're slowly stopping waiting for life to happen to you and starting to actively create it. That's exactly what I said. Yeah, this has been lovely. I am happy to be in my 30s and I can't wait to unlock new experiences, to enjoy life, and to become a better version of myself. Thank you for listening through. Like, share, subscribe. Bye.